Good evening. Today I want to talk to you about the effects of the pandemic. Recently I came across a video in The Economist. I read The Economist regularly, so The Economist did some crystal gazing to find out to what was exactly happening across the globe. First, most of us think this is the first pandemic we have seen. There have been two great occasions when pandemics like this have flown all around the world. The first did not go all over the world, stuck money to Europe. That is the Great Plague of Europe. This happened around somewhere around the 14th century. When Europe was afflicted by this Black Plague, more than one third of people in Europe totally died. The lockdowns in Europe was brutal. What do I mean was brutal? There was no doctors, there was no medicines. People just were locked up into rooms, allowed to die. Very few survived. People used masks of all types. In fact, people covered their head and put bird-like masks to move around. And even people who carried coffins moved like this. The great pandemic, finally nobody knew why it passed on. But one thing was sure, they later discovered that the bubonic plague spread to the rats. Lot of things in England changed after the Great Plague, and it so soon changed in Europe. They started to have better sewer systems, better cleanliness, better hygiene. But also, there was a lot of shortage of labor suddenly because one third of the population vanished. So, it is said the Gutenberg press was invented because there were not simply enough scribes to copy down books and send it across. Therefore, they found a printing machine that would do a job far lesser. Like this, several new machines were invented to make do with lesser labor. This led to the Industrial Revolution. There is also a theory that the Black Plague showed the Europeans it's less risky to climb on a ship and travel, and they learned how to travel on the ship. And because they learned to travel, over the next 200 years, new lands were discovered in America. It is what is today known as America. First, they believed that was the new India. They also found different routes to come to the Orient, and trades prospered. Over a period of time, this led to unnecessary colonization of Asia and Africa, and the cruel practice of slavery is also a result of this. The next move forward a couple of centuries or more, in fact 400 or 500 years more, was the next big plague. It was not the plague, was what was called a Spanish flu. This struck the world at the very end of the World War I. In the 4 years it lasted, more than 100 million people died around the world. This happened in our own country, India also. Millions died, and it was called the Bombay fever. Since the world by then had become global and people were traveling all around the place, then this flu also traveled all around the world along with the passengers. Masking made an appearance for the first time during this flu. Spain made masking compulsory, and there were also protests like today we see against masking, and it with great difficulty that masking was implemented by all. The Spanish influenza taught us a lot of breakthroughs in medicine and care, and medical sciences moved a big way forward. Also, looking back at hindsight, the years 1920s was a big recovery. It was called a roaring 20s, and there were a lot of startups. Motor car made its appearances, completely dominating, and the end of horsepower. These kind of innovations happened in every pandemic. But in the previous pandemics, we could realize this only with an hindsight or what because data was simply not available and we used it. And this bias in behavioral economics is called as hindsight bias. But this time is different and really different. This is because most of us are carrying instruments like your cell phone, tab, or computer. So you are leaving data across wherever you move. Data is being left. These enormous amounts of data are being processed to find out how our behavior patterns have changed and how it can change better. Let us split into three primary activities that humans do. First is how you socialize with people, how you go to office, and basically how you move around from one place to another. transportation is going to be the biggest change. It is going to be very difficult for people to take public transport. Trains and buses in India are running half full. Even flights are allowed only with 60% capacity. One expects that cars and bike sales will surge because people will shun private public transport. Our social life, the way we behave and interact with other fellow human beings, is also going to go through a profound change. We do a lot of social activities. We walk in the morning. The crowds in the Marina Beach are far lower than what was before the pandemic. That data is available in Economist and you can take a look. The theaters are shut. Indians' favorite hobbies was going to theaters and watching movies, especially on the days of the festival like Eid or Deepavali or Pongal in Tamil Nadu. Big releases of big stars used to take place. That has completely vanished. People have started to consuming movies in OTTs, and OTTs are showing movies on demand and on choice. How these OTTs growth, which was very slow before the pandemic, these online OTTs have grown at a remarkable pace and speed after this pandemic, and most movies using the OTT and maybe theaters were dead forever, with smaller and smaller theaters catering to few people. The way we see movies has completely changed. Similarly, we are famous for crowding stadiums to watch events which are cinematic events or sports events. The IPL for the first time went without the crowds. So how the crowds will come to future matches is something we have to wait and watch. How will tourism develop after there is a short spike of revenge tourism? What will happen to tourists is something we need to see. Finally, in office space, as far as working is concerned, most of us have worked from home for the last 2 years. N. Chandrasekhar of Tata Sons is now saying that a complete return to office is not possible, and also a complete stay at home is also not possible. So a new type of culture known as the hybrid culture is going to emerge. This hybrid culture means that world will never go back to the way it lived before the pandemic, nor will it live completely from home the way it lived when lockdowns were in place. The new change is going to be somewhere in between. Companies like Amazon have taken big advantage of this and have grown rapidly in this period. Everybody is now talking about e-commerce. Thank you for watching. Be rich. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.